Wait, why are they playing all this Chug Jug? I don't know about this. I can't lie. Why are they banning Rise?
What is 20 doing?
Oh no.
What? No, they're winning.
Wow.
I still think they're winning. I'm not even sure. Nice.
Oh my god, yeah.
G Money. Ron, drop your Chug Jug, maybe.
It's a 2v3. It's a 2v3.
Wait,
You're not listening. Pick him up and carry. Pick him up and carry.
I would have carried you in Red Sea there.
No, it's a bad.
I don't know what.
5 builds. They have no white though. Wait, G Money's going for height. They're actually gonna get height. They're playing zone.
Oh, that guy just.
Wait, G Money's about to fucking.
Wait, he's on height.
Nice.
Oh my god, greatest one.
Nice. What? No, wow. You guys are right. Mods, make your other sub on the off. Wow.
Did you see that? You see how Click's trying to be different?
I mean, they kind of sold that though. Like, they kind of sold that a little bit. No?
I told you Vert's a game winner.
Damn.
That I'm 2 for 2 on predictions.
Run it back. Run back to Phoenix. Same team.
Oh my god, move it to 19 places. Move it to 19 places.
Stop. Are you on point tracker?
Hey, where you go switch the flow?
How do you play this, bro? Somebody make the fucking leaderboard. Oh, events. Oh, events. Custom events. Events. Major 3. Okay.
Wow. Dead crash.
One thing orange. Shoot crash. Shoot crash. Shoot crash.
Threats crash. That's why they died.
Season 16. Majors in 4th. Aviv is in 3rd. 20s. No one T is an 18, bro. Yeah, that's got fucked up. Get him in the call, coach him. Wait, why is coach 20? You are. I hope he does. I wish. Be a free fucking match. Okay, we're doing another bundle giveaway, chat. Y'all just coming in. We have an hour and a half until my bundle is not returning from the shop. If you guys are copying it, there's only one code for you guys to use, and that's CLIX in the fucking porn item shop. Keyword is going to be code fucking clicks. Code clicks. I'm gonna run a. I'm gonna shoot the winner. When this hits 1,000 entries, all you need to do is type in my chat code CLIX in the porn item shop. All right.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Mods, make sure chat's on a follower only. Oh my god. Dominate with follow, 22 with follow, Scatter with the follow, King with the follow, Take with the follow, Cloud with
in that
Hi,
game.
guys.
Kind of tune in with them this game, and right going into the end game, only 3 eliminations, kind of in the 11th zone. Such a big difference. We actually tuned in with them, I think it was around like the 9th zone. They had 0 eliminations and plenty of match. So played it completely differently throughout their game. Worked out perfectly. Okay, I like that. Of course, because of that, remember, the top point, right, 1,150 was qualified, right? Now as we stand, Money Rise are technically in, like, first place, right? Currently looking really good. One of the highlights as well, 7th place, Aiden, Brilliant, and Hound in that last game. Doing, like, again, kind of I don't know if it's that pressure, maybe going to the first game for this trio. Very, very strong showing.
Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what good comments. Okay, like my Kalani's. Got you like Kalani's. Okay, you at a party. Right here at a party. I like the way your body is. Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, that's what good
You Welcome to the aim section.
The 919 there. On the other two players that are going to be left alive. Gets the cutoff on the now, as fast as it started, that to the south coast, P16. Possibly about swinging on up, while hit and then also the whip coming in the fluttered dogs. Their strategy is fight, but this is the first time there's 6 players out still here. This fight never concluded. Because this super clever remedy, it's not going to be easy for anybody to really get too much of an advantage in some of these fights, especially if they continue to drop down below, but I might have spoke too soon. It looks like Priscilla does get lost. That's Ian, gets cleaned up by Luke. They move on over to try to get the rest, but all 3 of them back into the same box. Mafia, Shade, they're there as well. Their full trio is waiting on the other side of these duels, waiting to pounce. Yeah, Mafia thinks he's not, Mafia might be the first to fall. Definitely is. He's not turning him around. Nice cone up. But Luke slips out the box with a dash. Well timed for him. Team all the low ground. 80s. Back against the wall. Luke manages it. And a great job here setting off the team so far. We seem to be the better fighters, but coming out too soon here. Perfect usage by the dash right there. Got the piece going away. He's able to dash, dodge the shot, stay alive a little bit longer. And this was a good opportunity for Teeks and A's. Even though they did lose their teammate Mafia, you have to know that there was so much damage there for them to clean up. And that's why I liked how aggressive they were actually getting. But just a couple of seconds, it's all it took. They all kind of converged into the same box, make sure that they could heal up while the pressure. So that one's engaged. Spokegate goes down. There's the one for sure. Bad news here. The res. Why not hit the re-knock for good measure? You know what? They're happy with the one somehow. Teams too long. That's good. Trying to survive, top of the minis. He knows the fight is going to be inevitable, so instead of trying to run, he's got a little time that he's getting fight in shape and a couple punches back. Cool down on those charges. He would have just got up and over that mountain. He might have actually survived, but locked out there. What's happening here? Eulogy. The team kind of eyes on Coyote computers. Computers playing this a bit differently now. I don't think they were happy with the lack of damage.
Welcome to the edit section.
Continuously going from one to the next, a whole nother team. After they finish off at the elimination onto Rotate, now they're looking for more, and this is what Kelly was talking about, the AOE with those dash fights, so now Madden's going to get free from somebody else's resources, seeing Woods run away, and that's going to allow them to easily close the distance with the dash and the surf. Liam, I'm sure we'll get some pressure on the Woods here soon. Good fight. Honestly turned the tide there for a second. Healthy as well. One of those fine the better shot from that Liam. Wrap that up and up. Wondering how a fight like this started. By Madden with the DMR, 2 back-to-back headshots, just melting the HP shield, getting the knock. And that kind of basically boosted up the confidence for them to push on over. Back on over to the resistance base side of the map. Northwest, at least 4 teams directly here north of the resistance base. And you're seeing at least a solo player on the eastern side of the mini-map. So at least 5 teams kind of merged in this small location. It is in zone, so not too much to worry about just yet, Monster. But if he pulls away, it's going to be tough when this rotation happens. Yeah, I was just there. So well played for them. But damage is very, very dire. Anybody rising to B, Dash is ready to go. He is actually player. Gonna rotate. No changes to score this time though. Again, 54 damage and he picked up last round. Yeah, they use somebody down there. And typically King's Crossing, if you're in King's Crossing at least, not necessarily landing here, it's almost like a sign of weakness. I just go along the lane, you may not have the mobility that you're looking for after the spot. And I think that's what's kind of building confidence for the Rangers and Acorn in this situation. They just have to figure out exactly where they're at. You see the superhero ramp that's moving on top of that tree hill there at the bottom. If they have the Memphis smoke, all teams can use it together. Obviously, I like this though. Like, you got this team up top, kind of hitting down, bed miss, ready to go. So, a lot of options, but the moment they drop that, the gig is up. And they know that's Polio 8 coordination because of the medallion. And I kind of agree with them. You know, I tell people I don't play solos because you're going to watch me hide in the cone. Well, sometimes hiding in the cone monster is just the best option, especially when that medallion is there. Look at the map. They allowed their teammate to even get knocked. They're like, nah, we rather res chain. We're not going to med miss. We're not going to show them where we're at all. And they wait to the very last second. That is hilarious, but also well played. It was the right decision, clearly. Kind of almost brings me back to the last major where Peter would drop the medallion for Agers to try to contest clicks. These are the storylines that we're talking about major for major. These are the tricks underneath some of these team sleeves that they're waiting for. Group stage might be too early, Monster, you know as well as I do, to show absolutely everything, but at least we're getting a little bit of a tease of what we might see in the Major 3 finals. Oh, most definitely. There's going to be a lot of small, you know, nuance and plays up the sleeves, especially when you start getting into grand finals lobbies, right? The roster changes, the best teams are in the best drops, there's different predictability at that point. Yeah, grand finals. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be crazy. But Acorn Angels and Polio keeping the pressure here now. You know exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to get a fight going. Find Zonda here, the moment they enter into the safety of this next area. And one of the things I've noticed here, actually, that is drastically different from games 1 and 2, is you remember the island spawned over towards Foxy Floodgates. Agers, Polio, Acorn, sign up a line, kind of a triangle, in different spots around those mountains and the island to get searched. There is no island over towards Foxy Floodgates this time around, so they're going to have to change up their strategy. Instead of sitting on the island safe, shooting down for surge, it looks like they're just taking a full 180. They're going aggressive. They're fighting team after team after team as they make their way towards that island. Havoc, Jargo, and Silic. Team behind them actually don't even have wind with that trio. They're focused more on the fact that G Money has high ground here on the mountain across from them. They'll have yet to use that misform. Might have to if they don't want to burn through all these big shits. That plays out for Bernie. Revote happen where you kind of think it's relatively safe over towards the top side of the map, but through the craze threats, they always rotate on the slow edge up in the zone, and that's where they're able to do more elimination. when it comes to that storm surge, that's 2 more eliminations worth of points, boosting further and further up the leaderboard. Remember, win and you're in through 5 games, 5 on that leaderboard through consistency, so every single point matters. So that's a crucial find for them, even if they're not able to find that third. Pushes them straight into the rank. Really set up for success here. Still up. The player missed over. Two pressure push tags. Arm is welcome. Surely they've done enough. For England. Let's keep going forward. Another one of these fights. And it's in the zone. With some elevation towards Freddy Frost. You have to be very, very careful. This will happen. Other bases a couple of they separate themselves. Even though they try to attach themselves to that elevation, they pull themselves off a little bit. Here, definitely out of this game. Furthest coming into kind of a mid-game situation. Their early games were a bit dicey. Waiting for Storm Sickness at this point. You better get out of here. No, talk about getting up. Hold up, the impact coming through. Those effects will kind of slow things down on your opponent's foot, kind of allow someone like Aegis or Acorn probably to get that final elimination, the knock shot. You see the mythic, exotic weapon, they have everything that they need and more. Stay here.
Thunder's definitely on its way.
Yeah. Decide what he wants to do with his loot here. On the move here, but
Kind of start playing on keyboard.
Absolutely spotted out. A little bit of a troll for Darby, giving away their position for Bochi on high alert after that.
Trap.
But Jack and Day are coming back here to support. Using a dash as well, so truly forced to commit here at this point. Yeah, perfectly timed. They were trying to close the distance. Trying to send the teammates back to back. But there's a whole other team. I'm making sure they saw them as they kind of rotated in front of them. They opened the zone pulling further and further north. Even though there's not much distance, but how stacked this side of the zone is roadblock.
Wow.
They were rotating into a few more teams. The timing is definitely of the essence. They have 700 damage above the threshold, so that's not going to be a worry. You're not going to lie, but Flibby, Dixie, they're not that very close. Taking down and surviving. That might look storm damage online. As well. What an opportunity for them where all of that trio kind of collapsing in with the things that they needed really on. Meanwhile, Day and Peter off to the side, kind of watching it all go down. Right, feel it out. What all just where do these two teams come from? Positional awareness as well as knowing where everybody's at, especially when these in north and on top of that one. Knowing that everybody, including that position on the eastern side of the make that long rotation on over. What realized about the timing is of the essence. You want to start to rotate quick, especially if you're already accumulating that storm surge throughout the course of that game. Because you don't want to be one of those teams that gets held out by the majority of the lobby. There are so many teams on the heels of
I just got a weird feeling in my
no
neck.
one has shot yet.
It's
That's how far this zone is.
Why?
I don't know. I get a weird light pressure feeling in my neck when it's about to be a super close lightning strike.
Weird.
Turning on the gas pedal. Going drop right there.
Chat, what did I just do? Holy chapter 7 movement.
Did you see that stat? Did you see that stat? Throughout the entirety of Major 2, they didn't take a single hit of Storm Surge. Today alone, they've gotten 31 hits of damage from Storm Surge. It's a huge change of the game plan. I think it's Acorn Point or something what next to expect, especially considering one of the best ideas of fate. Ian, Mikado's 175 below the damage threshold with active surge. Brazilian is not broke down. Man's gonna have to figure out something here because he's now getting ticked by the zone itself and Storm Surge.
Didn't survive much longer, it seems. Falls in the storm there. Eden and Hal theme are going to be the gatekeepers here on the edge. Eking out, don't quite catch visuals on some Macadios, but man, this player's 290 below. Matter of time, let's just see who's going to go ahead and find this elimination here at this point. There it is. Majors gets awarded.
Just peeking around at the right time, right hand corner. Basically 2 eliminations worth of damage. Here's the to climb, but at least he can kind of rethink the strategy for the rest of the team. For game number 4. 257 damage though, above the threshold for TK, Bila, and Larson. 39 points so far. Not what they would have expected to be, but with this game and 2 more left to go, all it takes is one big moment, a couple of big plays, a few eliminations to really change the difference. 6 below for Luckin. Iceberg is so good for the few ticks of that score returns, and now it's just going to get exponentially harder for them to find that damage.
Amendments play here. Stormtroopers going on. Battling to play here. Pressure's online pretty fast here. But already other players going in on the action here. Crazy shots fired. Also below the surge, what all in one minute.
Above now, 32. Playing disaster down below, continuing to trade shots. And damage is better than done. Now looking off in the distance, see the full team rotated on 5. Because that missed one, they're going to be relatively safe. Majority of that way through. Shots in, sneak in, 98 above. 3 out, big. Get shots to the net. Massive confidence with the moment. As it revives G-Money, it'll steal away that elimination. Almost 1,000 damage above the threshold. Eliminations for them is the wrap surge. It's the south-east.
Ball in there. Final Larson can find a research as well. And now 13. That's the danger. Gotta be careful there. Violence levels up to the player. And now all of a sudden they're really in this game here. Don't gonna pull further out though. Even though your Acorn just master rotates here time and time again. This game really going in their favor so far. A little bit of ending here. Another team is the ball to them in post team. Time off here to JSP, but for how much longer?
Like they're just making up for that last game. I think they got relatively low points, if any at all, and they say, well, now we got to go ahead and get 2 games worth of points here. If not the victory royale, they take the rest of the day off. In the clouds, they finish with the ability. Red sprays actually look at
I'm gonna check out the server for that. I'm gonna go back out there. Oh, they're gonna like dropping out.
Yeah, you know, I think they're desperate. You know, after the first game, not finding a placement point, they needed super crazy threats are. You know, like, it's almost kind of forced to win condition at this point. We'll see if it's the right decision. There's still so many games left in the line. You're ahead of them, so long.
They're able to take them damage, eliminations, and they're able to rotate. B2 Money and Rise at the front side of the zone, but Oyo Acorn and Cooler are able to take right Look at their perspective.
What the fuck was that?
Material going through the metal right now.
Yeah,
They can, you know, kind of can.
Because it's thundering out and that shit will scare me.
Right in front to a team above. Payne getting targeted out. That's Cranes who actually gets the elimination points for that, even though it's Rise, G-Money, and the trio is able to get all of that loot for that fallen body. Ages Acorn still dominating those rounds, 2,000 above the threshold. It's more about winning a game. It's about making a statement for them. You have a consideration. Those three well. All this low ground layer, Sandman's once in Northern, kind of sneaking into the conversation. We haven't said much about them, but they've been one of the most consistent trios on the day right now. Ages Acorn and Boyo find another elimination. This is going to pull them up to 10. There it is. They're already here. They're really starting to rack up. Got the upgrades for Super Bowl. Everything they didn't have before that you have now. That makes them a stronger team than before. I think they make the sacrifice. Rise, G-Money, and Beat. They drop the bench. And then they catch up. And 200 eyes to play. They're still looking to get aggressive. Now they're knocking on the door. Rise, G-Money, and a Beat down below. And then they're trying to go for a moment. Trying to find a path and exit. While every other team trying to do the same thing. That's just more room for them to get for themselves. And they're taking their time monsters down below the
holy.
waiting for them to drop down.
Honestly, I don't think I slept today. It's not a full job, but it's enough for me to get back to my car. Is it enough?
Yeah.
Rest falls into place here. Pieces to the front side. Perfectly timed.
How I do?
A lot of material now, so they will, of course, collapse here shortly into the trio. Advantage of this park, so walking their way across the second material right now. Where you need is happening. You angels are looking for bombs up. They don't want every single day. Again, dropping them down and changing hands. Looking for the angels to help you. How chaotic is this thing? The Jarvis building as well. Down, there's a lot of pressure on him as they struggle to try to get some placement points. From out down, all around. He's got his own one after all to take him down. They shoot his way out. The beat trying to do the same. This one swing out the path up the blast there and into the new storm he goes. Sixth place so far. He kind of walked up for him a moment ago. Waiting for that 20 line here. Doesn't get it in time there to find the shot. Meanwhile, we go back to three.
Holy no, that
Happening here, Texas below ground, doesn't know what all just happened. Here comes Threats going to close the deal. With the edits out, tosses him out, finishes the game with a nice time to shotgun shot there, and they'll be going straight to grand final. Yeah, guys, it's almost history in the making. That is a 26 grand final appearance for the only out on one. And on the other side, that's Brave, the newest player on this team. They made the decision, in or rapid, and so far it's working out. That's going to be the final appearance.
tabs are right there.
I mean, they just had pretty good games 1 and 2, but once they finally took the high ground in game 3, we knew that it was done and dusted for this trio. There was very little that could stand in their way, but what could stand in their way is Koyo's trio, but it kind of looked like Koyo's trio, went up for undivided, if I could say that accurately, and just went for the W to see what would happen.
Testing out the water, seeing, who's up on ice, seeing if they can pull out one of the little montage highlights right there. But, hey, listen, Booga threatened craze, put in all my worries. Like, I'm not gonna lie, after game number 2, I didn't get to talk about it. Seeing them in 19th place, I was like, are they okay? Is everything gonna be okay? Like, are they gonna, But, winning game number 3 closed all of those doubts for me, especially with Booga threatening craze. No surprise. Yeah, there was a moment, I admit there was a moment where my face kind of wavered, but I thought, no, everything's fine. And then when I saw, the threat one piece up, I said, you know what? It's good. We locked it up. We're going to be seeing them in finals, so that's what we have to look forward to. Now, of course, as Jacob said, with only 2 games left to go in group number 1, how does this go? I mean, who else going to get a VR? Who's going to end in top 5? Well, for now, we would go to a break. When we return, though, game number 4 awaits. So, stay tuned. Victory Royale, which means they're going straight through the grand finals. Congratulations to them. But you know, kind of these other two trios seem to all be kind of fighting it one of these trios would be for the game 5. These Rise and Jimmy, man, they've been really great. So, like just in group number 1, they really also great. I'm trying to game
the competition that's entering group number 1. But then when you look at Rise, G-Money, Indeed, and you kind of see the expertise that they have, the veteran knowledge of the game, you can understand why they are playing the low ground like they are. They are doing such a good job kind of helping the rest of the lobby for these earlier progressions and using those storms right when they need to. And they just play so smartly in these end games, making sure that he's staying alive, but also paying attention to what the rest of the lobby is. And I think a lot of that is due to him playing the mid ground. A lot of players like to play the low ground, going for those elips. He likes to play the mid ground, which is just a little bit safer, but also allows you to have a lot more observation of what's going on below you.
Those clutch members of Verba as a trio, right, when they were alive, they did something so good in game number 3 right there that actually went ahead and clinched up that top 5 for them right there. Basically, what they're going to want to do is just continuously put themselves in the front of the moving zone, right? Not necessarily inside of the zone, but actually in the storm where the zone is going to go. Well, how can they do that? How can they just set out in the storm? Because of the madness, right? They had a couple of keys this game, and they continuously kept doing this. Unfortunately, though, for the trio, right, I saw them, I believe it was on this one. Once they landed in the storm, they just got sprayed by so many different teams, right? It was so hard for them to kind of maintain and get anything kind of better than a top 5. You would imagine those teams like that, they'd actually be better than top 5. Hey, 5th place is great, but it's just like, man, you were getting past this so many times, but yeah, that pressure just kind of
it's all good though, right? It's all good because there's still a strong 5th place right there with the second. I know it's not be confusing, but just think if we head into top 10 overall of this leaderboard, that's basically our top 5, right? They are looking great. We only have 2 games left to go. I mean, look at the point differential, right? We just gotta keep doing what we're doing. And of course, Nature's Acorn and Pollo. Yeah. So, you know, I think. Listen, we've seen some very unique play from the boys, right? Game 1 come out, crazy second place, 17 elimination, game 2. Storm Surge, game 3, we've seen who's on time, let's just, LOL charge them. Oh, I got some stuff. I feel like we're having a good time. We're having a really good time. First place, I think it's fine, right?
It's Sunday, which is commonly laundry day, and these boys are washed right now. I think it's over for them. I don't think they're going to make it into the grand final. No, obviously, they're having fun. I don't know. You can speculate all you want. I'm sure that there's lots of...
Yo, Shy, you hear that? Because they're washed.
Slanderous, but I think that they're kind of just testing the waters right now. They're kind of seeing what the rest of the competition is doing, and they already know that they're so high up the leaderboard, they don't really need to go for that victory royale.
Regardless of Kelly doing laundry and everything like that, I think it's still pretty awesome to see, when they want to go ahead and turn it on, they can very, very easily. And the games 1 and game 3 show 8 eliminations, 17 eliminations. They've got way more elimination than the rest of the competitors. And
can you turn it off in my room?
I'm just gonna talk about in my mind. They're refining the strategy. They're utilizing a new secret strategy, and that's it. That's what I made up in my mind. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, anyway, game number 4 is ready. Game 2 is only 55. No, it is impressive though. It's impressive that these two like the Acorn go ahead and right? It's time major practice. You talk about practice. The lack of tournaments throughout the course of the season. Game number 4. 2 games left. Let's get right into the action.
really starts to get interesting here. With these 2 games left, I'm looking at the leaderboard right now, Monster. 2 points would separate a possible top 5 going to the grand finals and having to play through that LCQ. That is elimination difference. That's a singular placement point of difference. And then we haven't even touched on the topic of any of the teams inside of the top 5 get a win. That opens up a spot at the bottom of that consistency.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Agers, Acorn, Pollo clearly have enough points to go out and hold the top 5 spot. If they just decide, hey, we're going to just, like, be very casual these next couple rounds, right? Really just play it out, try to continue to refine our strategies. They're going to take away a spot to the grand finals easily from someone else, but at the same time, they're kind of teeing up another team to take a dub, right? So it is kind of an interesting dynamic. In any case, we'll be seeing them at the grand finals. That's very clear. And one thing's for certain, everyone else that's not in that like 120 plus threshold point area right now, you got to turn online. You need a win.
Yeah, 100%. This is kind of like
There's one problem that
lands over here for the most part contested.
every new keyboard and mouse player faces. For some reason, you can't learn the input or improve no matter what you do. How many tutorials you watch, how many easy fixes and insane settings you try, and you just end up switching back to controller. Whether this describes you or you just decided to switch, you've come to the right place. This is a complete guide to switching to VM and becoming the next boot as fast as possible. I've got a crazy bonus setting for you guys later in the video, so stick around to the end. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The very first step, which you guys probably already have down, is obviously making sure you have a decent mechanical gaming keyboard and gaming mouse with 2 side buttons. These 2 buttons are going to
earn their way up the ranks right now. All they need here is a big end game, and they'll be a true shoe into the grands. On the other side, look at what's happening here. Again, this is a team that is played exceptional, right? You can just tell by their end game strategy, their positioning, all the highlights that they've managed to pull through so far are clearly a cut above the rest. The BG Money to Rise could become the first on NAC to place top 5 in all 5 group games, right? Possibly setting up a little historic run for themselves.
Wait, did they already qual?
Especially since a couple of these guys are in the top
Chat.
5 for overall damage throughout the course of these games.
Text and chat if Clint's qualled already.
Another elimination here, down below on that low ground. Full team up above on that mountain, and even on the inside, you see Cinnamon in there just trying to get whatever loot is left behind. Have to be careful, but he knows now that somebody's here, breaks that field. Cinnamon just in the top
Chat.
positioning and then 2 damage throughout the course of these games.
Text and chat if Clint's qualled already.
Another elimination here, down below on that low ground. Full team up above on that mountain, and even on the inside, you see Cinnamon in there just trying to get whatever loot is left behind. Have to be careful, because he knows now that somebody's here, breaks that field. Cinnamon just in the top
Chat.
positioning and then 2 damage throughout the course of these games.
Text and chat if Clint's qualled already.
Another elimination here, down below on that low ground. Full team up above on that mountain, and even on the inside, you see Cinnamon in there just trying to get whatever loot is left behind. Have to be careful, because he knows now that somebody's here, breaks that field. Cinnamon just in the top
Chat.
positioning and then 2 damage throughout the course of these games.
Text and chat if Clint's qualled already.
Another elimination here, down below on that low ground. Full team up above. It does look like for a moment they did, just a sliver of HP, Monster. How mad would you be at your teammates?
Looking good though. Take a look at the
Congratulations, but you know they watch that shit. I ain't even gon' get.
What a play and a half.
Congratulations, but you.
Wow, that's actually a pretty big shot to hit. Braden falls for the same thing. He's forced to go up and try to hide, but he's doing a good job of fighting back. But 3 versus 1. It doesn't take a mathematician to know that's just odds are so stacked against you. And now with that, they are going to be able to get Braden back on up. There's a Rigu at the top of where they're currently at, so they should waste no time getting to it.
Keeping things interesting here. Look at that. What a clean little play right there. Get a fancy with it. Use the zip line and everything. Oh no. We were celebrating Pay 14 Boogeyman with Quick's end game from last round. Look at that. They picked up 50 points last game or so. And right now, then our stupid game by themselves. Almost. Quite
try to escape now, but Panda's got so much resource to work with. Yeah. This is not looking good. Pace would have to pull something big off right here. Gets cut off. Doubles back through the builds. Collapsed on. Suffocated. And now about to get finished here. Boogie, you see in the distance, just running for his tournament life here in game number 4.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Boogie took so much damage to start that fight. He immediately ran away. And when Pei went to try to alleviate some of the pressure, they say, you know what, that's a 3v1, just turn around, burn him down. And that's exactly what they did. But that's why HP, whether it's Chug Jug, Med Smoke, or Medkits, it's not going to be hard back to the game. Show them reading the iron here. That's going to be no stranger at 408 is 8 for a huge part of their game plan. If they survive the contested off-spawn fight that we think we're going to see in the major grand finals, this is exactly what they're looking for as step 2 in their journey.
Like you said before, what they're looking to is the land. Let's be honest. It's crazy matter of preparation, right?
Yo, bro.
Everything that I'm seeing right now is clearly pointing to the bigger picture.
Airport Aiders top 2 in damage, top 3 gamers, 4,200 damage and 4,100 damage. Kind of neck and neck. Acorn to IGL, just kind of making sure that he stays one of the best IGLs in the history of the game. Sandman, Northern at 20. Supernova, they were able to get some damage early on, but not the business. And with the zone pushing from north all the way towards the south, they're not going to make it a priority to rotate. They're going to make sure they're back every single one of these teams just like this, knowing they're going to have to rotate.
Have we eat soon?
Yep.
Salmon, corn, cheddar, broccoli, rice?
Yep, sure. Good fight.
From whatever field they were having beat on. Just got one of those zones that's going to push all the way towards the south, and there's no telling that it is, because you see last game it didn't pull over Foxy, Acorn, Agent Foil forced to rotate towards the north. That's what the zone pulled. This time around, Foxy does have the island, and it looks like the zone is pulling towards the south. But you know, it's got their homework, probably setting up around this area. Kappa Factory, the Rainbow Field, the direction they're looking at, even Utopia, where a new team honestly could be positioned out as Booga, Craze, and Threats did win that last game. Oh, most definitely. That's a dynamic that is for sure taking place right now. I mean, yeah, you know, you got to think about that too, right? 3 less trios already in the lobby, kind of loosens things up a bit here in the early game. Not as chaotic. It almost feels like we saw in those first 2 games, especially. Noticeable fast action pace building into those. G-Money and Aviv, of course, secured a Spire here, and rewarded handsomely in a couple moments. Void, Broken, and Kingdom doubling back to the Cluttered Dawns here.
Rightfully so, they kind of won their contested fight. You see the 3 eliminations, just trying to make sure that they get every bit of resource out of there. Because remember, because of these contested fights, they don't loot half of the POI themselves. They don't know what is left behind. So just trying to double check, make sure. You see a med kit up there, that one's definitely going to be useful, considering how deep into the zone they actually are. So are some of these other teams. Larson, Carlock, TK, they have 2 eliminations so far. And rotating away from Lone Wolf Lair. They're just trying to go towards the north, rotate towards the east, and then try to find a spot they feel comfortable in from there.
Hey, oh, I was going to say, what kind of play is that? Taking the 1 med kit, but they're close to the edge. Probably should be picking up this form there in a couple moments. Bit of a standoff here, just trying to expand. Ooh, attacks from the side. Let your guard down.
Even I'm scratching my head like, where did that even come from? Probably top of the bridge, in a cloud, maybe even the bush here from Madden. Just goes to show like how dangerous those DMRs are. And throughout the course of the game, if you have the options, maybe so 7, 8, you typically drop it for a Spire
or a spy rifle or a Fury AR, so you can get that quick close range combat. But in the early game, you're seeing at least 2 DMRs, maybe 1 in every single one of these teams loadout, because how important Storm Surge actually is. Jack Day and OG. I don't know how I feel about their overall performance so far. 69 points on the board here for them. Pretty tough game, tight. 2 games left ahead of them. It's his Ian Blitzo at the Utopia City. Honestly, getting into a lot of action here versus Spearman and Polo. Polo first the ball there. A bad edit, catches him off guard. Actually, more tags from the distance too, so it seems to just be going downhill for them. You gotta be careful. There's another team directly in Utopia. You see the mini map, both on top and bottom, potential team as well. Luckily for them, they are kind of in the center of the zone, so unless they're forced to be proactive for Storm Surge, which chances are one of the teams probably might be, we really don't have to risk too much at this stage in the game. Everybody else, I don't want to Broken King still rotating in from the north. There's one more team over from Pump Power. They might end up clashing. That's where a lot of teams start to build up that metal material if they haven't had that.
Internet troll.
Who's not winning this game?
I'm an internet troll.
And then that's what happened.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're a Fortnite coach.
You're such a little baby. I didn't know you could get hurt that easy, little boy.
Big opportunity for impressive player.
Little boy.
Fire rifle. That'll be all she wrote here.
Wait, Poyo's. Oh my god, Poyo's moving. You got him in the comp.
Yeah, it's not much. It's superhero rank upgrade. You see kind of the HP going up 1, down 1, up 1. That's because they did rank up to A rank, not have to force out any of that HP just yet. As we tune on Boy, okay, there's Acorn in another fight in Demon's domain, so not too far off from their original drop spot.
That's that quick shot.
That's been taken there on the other side. Up, down below, Acorn, Boy, trying to convert sandwich on the one.
We've never played
That's been there on the other side, and that Agers enjoying the fun as well.
Me and you have the most FPS of any other player.
Dashes, but it's only going to help for so much. Agers is still going to be able to get that down. I think Acorn is going to do that one.
Duos, no, with me and you.
Down body.
Did we win at all?
Well, Agers.
We suck.
Every time we tune in, he's got this.
Why were we that?
You're seeing kind of the, you know, the strategy of take form here, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I did every single one from the icon tweet.
Oh, look, Ella.
The only thing I remember is when we played Reload last like a couple seasons ago, and then choked on edit or whatever.
I did?
You see cap for cap at the edges zone.
Remember that?
No.
Probably the top of outpost. So it is kind of centering up for the most part.
You just got stuck in a box.
Demon's domain is on the outskirts as well, on the western edge. Everybody right now on the north end, even on the northwestern edge of the map.
That's a second, bro.
So they're trying to find their spot, and that's where that edge of the
Wait, we won a game. We won a game, though.
Clustered. And you've got to see the huge difference already. Still,
I hate
what
Rio,
happened.
bro.
Relatively
That shit.
nobody
Oh, cut skin. Hold up, boy. You go, bitch.
Okay.
I'm not looking at Hank's stream. I already know what it's gonna be.
Who's on their power?
What is it?
I'm not saying. What do you think?
What is it? Higgs, what is it? Higgs, what is it?
He's deaf.
Wait, Ultra dead side. They're going.
Oh, he's on French
way
chat
around
right now,
here.
dude.
How did I know? I didn't have to click it.
He's on French chat right now,
So many
dude.
of you players wearing your skin? I know, dude. I fucking love you, bro. Shout out to Fred.
Let's just say in like 5 years, right? Higgs and Fran were dead. Getting
No one inside. They for some reason make damage.
Am I going up the marriage?
They're looking for the launch pad. Yeah, they gotta have to hurry up and get in there. Because even if they're above the threshold, let's just say 1, 2, even 300. We know in the next couple of zones that can change. Believe it or not. And the
No, what the fuck?
Rotate in. More and more teams will kind of take that priority position away from you. Kind of get left, whatever is going to be left over.
My wedding.
Brilliant 8 down. They have the success so far today. They haven't been able to execute.
Now, to be honest, I would want my wedding to be like
they've gotten close and if they just figure out a
only
way
family. Like only people that I actually give a fuck about. I feel like most like weddings are just like friends, like mutuals, like big fucking marriages.
They have the option to rotate
I'm doing just like
get towards the zone
30 people
or wait and accumulate more
in a random little spot in Italy.
And, you know, they may not have picked up a lot of motivations in the place.
I'd invite one Clickster.
Shining through.
Right, stream signs?
Same about your sites and leagues.
Just start showing up on the card.
That'd be pretty crazy. That would be pretty crazy.
Surprisingly, they don't have any early game limits.
Some of the Clicksters? Yeah. Some of the Clicksters definitely might do. OG Clicksters. Yoxix is pretty OG. Yoxix and Ashley are OG. My mods are all OGs.
You'd actually get a Yoxi out there.
I would get Yoxi out there.
West side here.
If you pay your mod, you're
Team
done.
behind
Yeah, I
them
paid
stops
3 bucks.
moving in their tracks. Like, wait a second, no one even calling to this game anymore. Pay for a team.
Well, Asher's on salary. Yoxic is like varies. Mark varies. Mark does my TikTok. He's paid like percentage of revenue. I mean, not like crazy amounts.
82 below the damage threshold. So instead of focusing on just getting storm surge, they're going to try to get into the zone first.
Okay.
Find a spot that they feel comfortable with, and that's where they're going to try to accumulate some damage. Maybe even on this edge, knowing there is a team behind it because of that shots that we saw earlier on could be their opportunity.
Boy, God with this game now. No way he drags it out.
They already have a medallion from the island, and they have Havoc down as well. Their destruction of group number 1 continues.
You did? Yeah. Video one with my skin too? Damn.
1,000 above here. None of the problems we saw within that game.
I do think I have the best icon bundle. You could get a bang for that.
Just watch the rotate here.
Yeah, but the fact that you can buy Sparks, you have 3 different styles for Sparks, you have 3 different styles for my icon, all for 2,800 V-Bucks with 2 emotes.
I don't think you saw the
pickaxe.
How much percentage of that is V-Bucks for
What's the percentage?
What do you mean?
Of every single bundle sold, how much do you get off that?
I get nothing. I only get money if they use my code.
Yeah, I think they kind of saw it last second. Really had no choice. They couldn't go.
It's like if 10,000 people buy my bundle without using my code, I make $0.
To 181.
I only make money if people use my code. Oh my god. I'd have like $20 million.
Have the same type of games that they're having, or at the very worst, just not go down early outside the place.
You don't have 20 million?
G-Money Rise,
what the fuck?
208 points all, but secured their spot as well over from the outpost. Things are looking good for a couple for some lobby, but they need to take it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely made to it. Doesn't mean I have to.
Surge 180, drop down to 73. They're connecting with shots, but not fast enough to alleviate any of that
Bro, taxes, bro. I get taxed 40%.
Damage. And on the other side, they monster, they can age so it's going to get harder for them if they're fighting it out. This oil flames the first. Alan fought so hard to save his team, pick them up, get them back in the game here, but 500 below the threshold.
Now my credit code is boosted up. If someone uses my code to buy a skin, I get like times 3. So instead of 5%, I get 50%.
It's like double.
But I told you they use my code.
These opportunities to just polish up and sharpen their steel.
This team is 400 below, by the way. They're setting right here.
Yeah.
Like, we need to, like, go around, go for damage.
Where they're going? Oh, these are doing good, too. Dash this box, dash this box.
Oh, they're below now.
That's the only strat. This is easy. This is...
And have found opportunities.
No, I have an ego. I don't think I would be able to crush this.
Now falling significantly behind. He will need to take a through the fight. I like that they're doing it here and now.
Because everyone's so nervous.
But this is not going to be easy at all.
Lucas, I'm not talking to you.
Why are they
Lucas, you need to save money.
Throughout the course of that, but exactly you said, 103. That's
I don't know.
more than
why they're trying out.
They need to just jump in and just kill this
worth of damage. It's just going to continue to get worse. Zone pulled toward the south, 456. They have an idea of a team right.
Why are you trying to heal? Why are you trying to heal?
Want to jump on. They haven't got the green light yet.
Why are you trying to heal?
The more time that they waste in this situation, the harder it's going to be to get the surge outside the rotation. That A-ring definitely giving them a lot of time alive. They're kind of playing the house money here, but tag on the road speed. That's got to be careful.
Radune's kill? I wrote down the Radune's gain.
See if they can do something big here. They need
This is good.
Block them shots coming in.
Cape.
Woods comes down.
Cape.
Counter cone out of Woods there. Ballin escape ever so briefly. Maki finds the tag. Needs the sight here to stay alive in the game. There it is. Jacob, they might be doing it somehow, some way.
We play next season.
4 seconds to survive. Kind of live to see another day. Just needs closer to give them a chance to breathe and refocus their attention onto something else. As Luke went out to fantasies and just rotating away. That is their storm surge. If they have any hope of getting it, and Hades goes down to Void outside the storm. Mafia left by himself, 610 damage, and he's gonna finally beat his maker here, but no 3 HP and a dream.
I don't know, I feel like Foil's gonna show up because they're already qualified.
Oh my gosh, there it is. The pistol was waiting for it to go to cool down.
Oh, even with a fat refresh. I think Rise wins this.
If you want to be able to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time when you're utilizing OBS Studio, and you want to be able to have different alerts for Twitch, different alerts for YouTube, the way I'm going to show you how to set this up today is going to allow you to be able to do that. And if you're new here, welcome to the Streamer Academy, where I teach you how to start, create, and grow as a streamer. So go ahead and visit thestreameracademy.com for tons of free resources. So the first thing we're going to need to do is have OBS Studio open. Once you have it open, we're going to need to